first off, I'll just ask you. This is going to be now year 4 where we get Edmonton, LA. Are you a fan of this? Because when the NHL announced and made this change, the whole point of it was they wanted rivalries. They wanted interdivision teams to hate each other and develop a playoff history. So the reason the NHL is not going to change it is because that is working. Do you like it, though?
It's like, I get it. It's good to have rivals. But, you know, if you put your Homer hat on, it really makes it a very challenging task to, you know, the Western Conference Final gets played in the second round. Is essentially what forces it. And that's tough unless you win it. And if your team gets through it, okay, good. Like where I like the format right now is Colorado and Dallas have to play each other in the first round. That is massive. That means one of the Dragons gets slayed automatically. So it's bittersweet. Like you look at, I bet if you talk to Washington Capitals fans, they'll be pissed with the format because they always had to get through Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh was Pittsburgh, and so that that matchup always happened too early. So, anyways, I don't know, man.
So I went back and because I was interested in it. I think from a league perspective, I'm okay with it. I think it promotes rivalries, and sure, you can sit there and go, well, this seed has to play this seed and whatever. You got to beat everyone at some point in the playoffs. And whether you get Dallas in round 1 or Dallas in round 2, again, maybe I'm coming at this from too much of an Oilers fan perspective, but I went back and looked. So this year, if they were to go to the 1 through 8 system, the Oilers would be the 6th seed right now, and they would get the 3 seed Vegas Golden Knights. So, again,
lining up
this year, that things probably work out, you could say, for the Edmonton Oilers, right? Getting LA over Vegas and potentially even having home ice is good. The Kings, if it were the 1 through 8, would be getting the Colorado Avalanche, the 4 seed. So maybe even they're a little bit happy with the way this is going. What's interesting is Dallas is the second best team in the West, and Colorado's 4. You have 2 versus 4 playing in round 1. Like it doesn't. Like if you're to ask an Avs fan or a Stars fan, they hate this.
Oh no, they're not happy with the first round, and but it's a good rivalry. Like That's why I'm so torn on it because I loved it last year.
Well, so that's exactly where I was going. Last year, the Oilers were 5th in the Western Conference. They got the 7 seed in round 1. You had a 5 versus 7 matchup in round 1 of the playoffs. While, again, Colorado screwed. They were the 2 seed. They got 4-seeded Winnipeg. Granted, they beat them, but still, you had to go up against the 4 seed. Back in 2022, 2023, the second year of the Oilers and LA Kings meeting in the playoffs, the Oilers, you could argue, got a little screwed by it. They were the 2 seed, and instead of getting the 7 seed, they actually got the 5 seed LA Kings. So that year, if it was 1 through 8, it actually would have been the Oilers matching up with the Seattle Kraken.
Oh.
What did they do that year?
They upset Colorado.
So, again, maybe an interesting little break because, again, the 7 seed Kraken ended up getting the 3 seed Avalanche and beating them. In 2021-22, when the Oilers first played the LA Kings, they were the 5 seed. And they got the 6-seeded LA Kings, so it was a 5 through 6, instead of having to go to St. Louis and play the 4-seeded St. Louis Blues. So it's actually interesting, and part of it is a byproduct of the Pacific Division just kind of being what it is, and the Central being so strong for the last number of years. Also, I keep leaning forward because the sun is now beaming down on us. It is getting very, very hot, and I have very little water. But this system has benefited the Oilers more often than not the last number of years. You could say it's only benefited the Oilers and hurt the Central teams.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like it's tough to argue that. But part of me that I do miss, you're never gonna well, I guess there is a circumstance where you could play a St. Louis or a whatever in the first round. We have to win it all. But it takes that away, it's I like the fact we have a rivalry with LA. It's fun. It's cute. But it'd be fun if we, started round 1 in St. Louis. Now I'm thinking selfishly about traveling to a different market and
instead of just going back to LA.
LA. There's death taxes and book your flights in April to LA.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those are the guarantees in life.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.